In the morning when I rise, give me Jesus.
Good morning. Yesterday, we saw how Jesus drove out a spirit that had been bothering a woman for 18 years. She had a sickness caused by a spirit, and it caused her to be doubled over. So Jesus set her free from that bondage, and we need to be setting people free. There are many churches that are afraid of a deliverance ministry, a ministry that drives out dark, demonic oppression in people. Many say that Christians can't have a demon. Well, I can tell you that demons can mess with Christians and drag them into darkness. And we need to rise up in our authority against the demons and help to set people free. Jesus took stripes to pay for our wellness, and it's done. By his stripes we are healed. But if we give place to the enemy, then he can drag us back into illness. We are to submit to God, resist the devil, and he must flee from you. He cannot hang around where we rely and rest on the blood of Jesus, the sacrifice that he made on our behalf to defeat the enemy. We need to rise up in our authority and keep that enemy down so that we walk free from his oppression. Well, that's yesterday. Look at what the religious people said about what Jesus did. They were so upset that it was done on the Sabbath. Look at verse 14 through 17 of Luke chapter 13, and they go like this. The synagogue official, indignant because Jesus had healed on the Sabbath, began saying to the crowd in response, "There are 6 days in which work should be done, so come during them and get healed, and not on the Sabbath day." But Jesus answered him and said, "You hypocrite! Does not each of you on the Sabbath untie his ox or his donkey from the stall and lead him away to water him? And this woman, a daughter of Abraham, as she is, whom Satan has bound up for 18 years, should she not have been released from her bondage on that Sabbath day?" As he said this, all his opponents were being humiliated, but the entire crowd was rejoicing over all the glorious things being done by Jesus. Well, I can hear religious people getting real upset that anything was done on the Sabbath, but today they would say, yeah, but we're not under the law. However, that was Jesus. Of course, Jesus set her free. Jesus was God. He could do anything. But we see in John chapter 5, in verse 19, Jesus said this himself. Jesus answered and said, "Truly, truly, I say to you, listen, this is the absolute truth. The Son can do nothing of himself." No, he was able to drive out that demon because he saw the Father wanting that woman to be set free. Well, it's the same for us. Of course I can do nothing on my own. Of course I personally, in the flesh, cannot drive out any demons. In fact, if I come up against a demon in my own flesh, the demon's going to win. But the demon has nothing against the blood of Jesus, and Jesus lives in me. Jesus said demons have nothing in him, and they have nothing in us when we submit to God and resist them by the authority that Jesus has given us as he lives his life through us. That's the gospel, folks. That's the power that's available to us as we walk in the kingdom that Jesus came to bring us. Do you believe that? If you do, then you can have a freedom that you won't have in this world any other way. God bless you as you do submit to God and clearly rise up in righteous indignation against anything the enemy is doing against you or any of your loved ones. so that we might walk free from the bondage that this woman was stuck in, and that many times we find ourselves in too. Let God set you free today. I look forward to being with you again tomorrow. I'll see you
Give
then.
me Jesus. Give me Jesus.